The evolution of the theory. Let's look at how the theory of man's evolution has evolved through the years. Charles Dawson, a British lawyer and amateur geologist, announced in 1912 his discovery of pieces of a human skull and an ape-like jaw in a gravel pit near the town of Piltdown, England. Dawson's announcement stopped the scorn cold. Experts instantly declared Piltdown Man, estimated to be 300,000 to 1 million years old, the evolutionary find of the century. Darwin's missing link had been identified, or so it seemed for the next 40 or so years. Then in the early 50s, scientists began to suspect misattribution. In 1953, that suspicion gave way to a full-blown scandal. Piltdown Man was a hoax. Radiocarbon tests proved that its skull belonged to a 600-year-old woman and its jaw to a 500-year-old orangutan from the East Indies. Our Times, the illustrated history of the 20th century. The Piltdown Man fraud wasn't an isolated incident. Many alleged missing links are based on only a single fossil fragment and the wishful thinking of evolutionists. The famed Nebraska Man was derived from a single tooth, which was later found to be from an extinct pig. Java Man, found in the early 20th century, was nothing more than a piece of skull, a fragment of a thigh bone, and 3 molar teeth. The test came from the deeply fertile imaginations of plaster of Paris workers. Java Man is now regarded as fully human. Heidelberg Man came from a jawbone, a large chin section, and a few teeth. Most scientists reject the jawbone because it's similar to that of modern man. Still, many evolutionists believe that he's 250,000 years old. No doubt they pinpointed his birthday with carbon dating. However, Time magazine published a science article subtitled, "Geologists Show That Carbon Dating Can Be Way Off, and Don't Look to Neanderthal Man for Any Evidence of Evolution. He died of exposure. His skull was exposed as being fully human, not ape. Not only was his stooped posture found to be caused by disease, but he spoke and was artistic and religious." Dr. Colin Patterson, senior paleontologist at the British Museum of Natural History, gave a keynote address at the American Museum of Natural History, New York City, in 1981. In it, he explained his sudden anti-evolutionary view. One morning, I woke up and it struck me that I had been working on this stuff for 20 years and there was not one thing I knew about it. That's quite a shock to learn that one can be misled so long. I've tried putting a simple question to various people. Can you tell me anything you know about evolution? Any one thing that is true. I tried that question on the geology staff at the Field Museum of Natural History, and the only answer I got was silence. I tried it on the members of the Evolutionary Morphology Seminar in the University of Chicago, a very prestigious body of evolutionists, and all I got there was silence for a long time, and eventually one person said, "I do know one thing, it ought not to be taught in high school."